Hello everyone, this is husband wife outdoor life, and we're just headed up north to do the North Country Trail Challenge. For this weekend we're going to do the Fife Lake Loop. We're only going to do the North Country Trail side. We're thinking between 6 miles and 10.6 depending how lazy we're feeling. We're hoping to get to halfway or near halfway for our challenge, so got about a half hour left. There's Ashley, and yep, we're looking forward to this hike.
We have arrived at Spring Lake Trailhead. So our present plan is to hike from Spring Lake Campground to old US131 Campground, roughly 11 miles, and then backtrack that back tomorrow. If we get a little bit tired or if we're not feeling up to it, there is a site that I have marked on the map at about like the 6 mile mark, maybe a little over 6 miles. So we may possibly stop there. We have to pass it anyway, so we're going to take a look at it, and if it's a really nice site, we're going to stay there. If it's not, we'll keep going. And we've been in this area a little bit before when we've hiked Manistee River, and we're actually going to be on the Manistee River again today, I believe. And we canoed in this area too, so we actually saw Chippewa Landing. We drove past it, so that's the company we used when we rented our canoe in our canoe camping video, so check that out if you're interested. That was really fun. So here is the trailhead for Fife Lake Loop Trail. We're actually going to the bottom one here, old US131 Campground. Matt's ready to go. We're actually going to go that way. I don't know if you can see the blue blazes through there. Are you ready?
Yep. We
are on the trail. Just left Spring Lake Campground. Matt's super excited.
Yeah!
Whoop whoop! I believe we are coming up to Spring Lake, the boat access up here on my left. There looks like there's a couple fishermen out there. That's kind of cool. That is Spring Lake right there. And we go this way. Goodbye, Spring Lake. See you tomorrow. We are still before Memorial Day, so not a lot of people are camping yet. Come next weekend and the following weekend, that'll change. It started to rain, so we stopped and put our pack covers on. My raincoat. I think we're at about Headquarters Lake. I can see it on the right there. So it's been mostly flat, easy, like 2-track walking. We are right there by the large pines. There's a little bench symbol. We're sitting on that bench right now. We're trying to decide if we want to eat lunch here or at the next bench. So, doesn't really matter. They're pretty close together. Well, the sun came out and it's not actually that buggy right here. So, and it's kind of a cool little view. So we're stopping to have some lunch. We are having some like homemade trail mix. It's got all kinds of really bad for you tasty things and some dried fruits. We got apricots and blueberries and raisins, and we might have a little bit of chocolate and make a little Gatorade. How's the lunch, Matt?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty tasty. So we're gonna enjoy the view for a minute since we're making really good time. So we just left our lunch spot and we were looking at the map and we realized we probably just hit our 40-mile mark on the North Country Trail. So that means that we've done 40 miles since January for our North Country Trail Challenge. It's kind of a cool little milestone. Depending on where we stay tonight, it's pretty possible that we also hit our 50-mile mark or close to it tomorrow. So we should be pretty good as far as like the challenge goes, because we're only in May right now, the second week in May, so we got plenty of time to do the other 60 miles or 50 miles depending on how far we make it.
And we're doing at least 2 in June.
Yeah, doing at least a couple in June, plus we have a weekend coming up in 2 weekends. We're gonna hike with 2 people we've never hiked with before, actually. They're starting a 100-mile hike on the North Country Trail, and we're gonna join them for their first section, giving them a ride from their ending trailhead to their starting trailhead. So that trip's coming up in a couple weeks, so we should be filming that one too, so look forward to that one. So I'd say probably by July we'll be a good ways into our challenge, maybe 3/4 of the way down or so, which would be cool. Don't really want to push it right to the very end of the year, so we'll get a lot of miles done in the spring if we can, in early summer when it's not so buggy. Right, Matt?
Yep.
He doesn't like the bugs. Mosquitoes love him. The love is not mutual.
Oh, indeed.
Looks like this tree didn't make it past that big windstorm we had a couple weeks back. It's pretty gnarly. Gnarly, man.
Tubular, way cool, awesome, Mondo, radical. Those are most of the Super Mario World road levels.
It's kind of cool through here. There's a bunch of like new growth pines and some old growth. It's actually kind of cool looking. Somebody made little chairs next to Fife Lake Creek right here. They're actually kind of cute. We are past the bench, past the bridge there, somewhere along this Fife Lake Creek right here. We're about to cross East Drive and County Line Road, and then we'll kind of walk along a 2-track until we hit that little star right there. I don't know if you can see it. We might camp there. If it's not any good, we'll keep going to US131.
Getting hot, but we're almost at the first campsite.
Yep.
See if we actually camp. The fireball is calling. The pasta bolognese is calling.
Bolognese.
But we also want to get miles. But it's getting hot. You know me, I like it when it's 10 degrees, snowy. Not quite that right this second.
The other thing too we thought about is maybe if this dispersed site is pretty, which if it's anything like this, is going to be pretty awesome. But if it is nice, we could, theoretically, since it's early, it's only like a little after 1 o'clock, we didn't start till 11, we could set up camp, maybe have a little snack, and then do some day hiking, maybe? Because I think if we only do this 6-mile campsite, we won't make it to our 50-mile mark tomorrow. We'll be 2 miles short, I think.
Not even, like
1 point something short. So if we do like a little like 1 mile day hike past our site and back, we could get our 50-mile mark still tomorrow.
Well, yeah, we gotta hike to the bathrooms because there's a sign that says no dumping, so have to hike to the privies. 4 miles.
That's not what that sign means. But this is pretty cool looking. It is getting hot out though. I gotta take this jacket off.
This part of the state where the ash borer and the other asshole bugs haven't done all their damage. Like you get these nice little groves and meadows like Shingle Mill. You want to point the camera to the left. Shingle Mill, you get these like nice lower ones. That almost like high scrub brushy. And then you get the nice pine groves too. But You could tell the stupid bugs, invasive species are...
They're just like new growth pines is what he's trying to say. There has been a lot of litter on this trail. We've seen a lot of beer cans.
And unfortunately, I think when you get easy access, people can like day drink or single night drink. And if they don't feel very invested in nature, it's just a place to like do stupid stuff. They're not gonna take care of it.
It's annoying. Pack it out. Empty cans are not that heavy. We just came across a trail log.
I left my trail log 2 miles back.
Jesus.
Good night, everybody.
Alright. We're gonna register because it's fun.
So, checking out the campsite over here at mile 6 almost exactly. You're kind of up here on a ravine. Top of it, there is a water source down there, kind of shallow. And there is a walkway access. Cuts all the way across. So you can filter water here. There are no pumps. There is no bathroom. And this side is really close to the water and really close to the trail. So if you want to go to the bathroom, you'd either have to cross the water or go like that way on the other side of the trail. There are these nice little benches. There is a fire pit and flat-ish spots, a little bit of a bump there. Totally doable. We are considering it, but it's early afternoon, so I think we might press on. Just wanted to show you guys another shot of the water. That's a little steep. If you're gonna filter water, I would go past the campsite that way. Do that.
We have decided to push on. We're gonna go to US131, which is the only next option, which puts us at the halfway point right now. Or a little bit under. A little bit over.
A little bit over.
A little bit over the halfway point.
4.6 left.
So
we're at 6.
This is a pretty neat little site. It's not very big, but if you only wanted to do 6 miles, this is a pretty nice area, especially since they put these beautiful little things in. But if in the future, if you're looking for it, it's at like the 6 mile mark and it's right by the trail log. You'll see a sign,
and there's a little sign here
for the campsite. Looks like we have to make a decision here. There's a little bit of a trail junction and we are going, oh, that's a scenic spur. That's kind of cool. It's like an alternate to the North Country Trail, but since we are doing the North Country Trail Challenge, we will do the blue blazes. But this is an option, upper trail versus lower trail, and the white blazes are your scenic spur. So
fair warning for group camping. I mean, with the bumps there, if you're fitting more than 110, it's going to be close.
I don't think you could really get more than 1 tent. Maybe 2 backpacking tents, like 1 or 2 person tents.
You got to be very friendly with those people.
Yeah, our 3-man tent would have been a very tight squeeze and like the only flat spot. So it would have been a little bit tricky to stay there if you had a group. But if you're all by yourself, solo, or if you're like Matt and I, just a couple, that may be perfect for just a little 6 mile overnight. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad we checked it out, but also kind of excited that we have decided to do a couple extra miles. It is 1:51 right now. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. You can hear the water running down below. We're kind of on the ridge line now in the pine trees. This has been the most scenic portion of the trail so far, other than maybe the small section by Headquarters Lake was kind of pretty, like marshy, like waterfowl kind of area. But this part has been the most scenic, I think. And it's finally nice out. The sun finally came out. It stopped raining and it's actually warm. Before it was chilly enough that I had a jacket on. Matt still got his bug armor jacket on.
I have a welt probably the size of a dime, maybe even a quarter, from a single mosquito.
He reacts so poorly to mosquito bites. It's just better for him to have that on. It's like a mesh jacket by Ex Officio and it's treated. They're kind of pricey, but I found them on Steep and Cheap. I haven't worn mine much, but Matt really likes his. So check them out if you have issues with bugs like he does. We're actually gonna walk to or past a like kind of drive-in like rest area first. That's got like, I believe, toilets and like a water fountain that people can take a break from US131 if they're driving US131. And then just beyond that, like a mile or so, maybe a little bit further, is the campground. So we're gonna probably stop there, refill up some water, and maybe use the restrooms, take just a tiny little break, and then push to the campground. So we'll check back in with you later. See ya. North Country National Scenic Trail. Follow the blue blazes. Matt, we're supposed to be following the blue blazes. Oh, look at that tree got bent over. Oh look, a blue blaze. We're supposed to go this way. We've made it to the US131 Roadside Park. So we're about 2.5 miles roughly from the campground, which means we're a little over 8 miles into our day. Looks like there's some rest areas here, maybe a water pump or something, so probably take a look at those and then move on.
Might have been puke back there. I don't think I stepped in it.
Matt just stepped in puke.
Possibly.
Possibly. Exciting times on the trail. Check out those privies. Pretty awesome. I can smell them already. Taking a look at the map. So we are right there at US131 rest area. We're gonna walk through this road park, cross 131, and then continue on the trail past Edy Overlook, and then into old US131 campground. And there's some walk-in sites there, I guess, near the trailhead. And then there's also the drive-in campground. So we're gonna check them both out and see which one we like better and find a good site. Weather is still nice. The sun kind of went behind some clouds, so it's cooled off a little bit from earlier, which is kind of nice, but it's not so cold that I need to put my jacket back on just yet. Might get a little chilly tonight, we'll see. I think the forecast called for like 40s, which is no big deal. It's only about 60 right now. We will check back in when we are nearing the campground or in the campground, because we don't really have very far to go. We are crossing underneath US131, which I'm thankful for. The map didn't really make it clear whether we were going under it or just like crossing it. I didn't really want to cross it because it's kind of a busy highway. But we're under the overpass right now. You gotta check this out. We are almost to camp, and the Manistee River is just beautiful here. Gorgeous. When we took our canoe trip, we actually we took out at 131, or right before 131, where we crossed under there. So we haven't actually seen this part yet. It's beautiful. Off to camp. There's another little bench up here.
Huh?
Another little bench. Oh, there's a fire pit there.
You know what?
Somebody's...
Flat enough, someone camped here.
Yeah, there's a little bench there too. Oh, there's a sign right here, Matt. Let's check out this sign. Advice from a river. It says, advice from a river, go with the flow, immerse yourself in nature, slow down and meander, go around the obstacles, be thoughtful of those downstream, and stay current. The beauty is the journey. Isn't that cute?
Ready for some pasta.
He's ready for some pasta. Woo! Feet are getting a little bit tired. We haven't done a trip of this length with full packs in quite some time. Woo! I think that is the campground right there. I see a sign that says recreation passport required, which usually means campground. Yes! 10.6 miles. Done. We need to cross this road safely. So the trail actually continues in there towards the walk-in sites, or we can check out the drive-in ones.
So we've learned part of the secret as far as, you know, hiking extra to find a good spot or calling a hike. You got to enjoy being at camp. Some of our luxuries include a magazine, a Nintendo DS, a book, fireball,
Chairs.
chairs. Our chairs are great. We put a tarp up. It can be a rain break, a wind break, sun break.
Okay, it's raining. I gotta put the camera away. Ooh yeah, see the sign. The sign here says speed limit 15. I guess we better slow down because we are blazing. We have made it to camp.
Ooh, 1 bar of LTE, I don't know.
Matt's checking to see if there's cell service. They've got 2 bars. That's pretty good. There's a water pump over there. There's some privies over there. We got a big old fire pit that we probably won't use, but in case we want to. And a nice flat spot for the tent. Couldn't ask for much more. Oh, and a picnic table. We have to go register for our site and then set up camp, so we're gonna do that here in a second. Well, we are all set up. Tent is behind me there. I'm lounging in my little chair here. And we got the tarp over there because it's been spitting rain off and on. We might keep some stuff under the tarp tonight just so it doesn't get wet. Matt is the chef for the evening and he is going to be starting dinner. We're going to have pasta bolognese. Bolognese. I can never say it right. By Packet Gourmet. It looks delicious. It has olive oil, Laura. It's got Parmesan cheese. It's got this awesome looking red pasta sauce and some cool twisty noodles. I'm excited.
Separate Parmesan.
And
I don't know
hungry.
if you guys can see from here. There's red pepper flakes. There's oregano, rosemary or thyme. There's some garlic salt.
It looks good. I'm excited.
Red sauce has clear spices and vegetables in there.
We are so excited for this pasta. Hopefully you can hear me over the pocket rocket there. We are boiling water. We're about to cook the pasta. It's got some seasonings in there. We've already got the pasta sauce thickening up. There's Parmesan cheese and some oil for our noodles.
Smells so good. Thank you.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
You have to have a cooking pot, which is kind of a down for us because normally we like to.
We don't usually like to cook in our kettle.
And we like to use it for coffee and other things, multi-use, but it was really good. And we'll just have some oregano and rosemary styled coffee tomorrow.
Yeah. Because we don't pack soap. It is pretty tasty though.
Very tasty.
So we purchased one of these Thermacell backpacker mosquito repellent deals. They're only 3 ounces. That's without the fuel can. And we always carry a fuel cane anyway, just to cook with, so we're gonna give this a try and see if it keeps the mosquitoes away. I don't know if you can tell, but there are lots and lots of mosquitoes at this campsite. So here we go. Let's see how well it works. Okay, inserted the mat. Over tighten, flip the on-off switch to the on position. Wait approximately 3 seconds, then pull the start tab upwards towards the grill until it clicks. Okay, I think it's been about 3 seconds. Through the view hole opposite the start switch to verify there's an orange glow. Oh yeah, there is an orange glow. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. We'll see how well that repels. So you have to wait several minutes for it to kind of get its full effect. So we'll see how long it takes here. It is 5:50. Well, it is 5:54. You can see the smoke coming off the top of that thermocell now, and I haven't seen a bug now in about a minute or so, and they were swarming around it when I turned it on. So it's definitely working. I guess it's better than covering yourself in bug spray and bringing bug nets. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts and how much fuel it burns. So far, I'm pretty impressed. Bugs are gone. Pretty cool. Well, I finally got the inside of the tent all set up. Got the air mattresses all blown up, and we're just been chilling at camp. There's 2 other backpackers here. They came in. We're staying over in the walk-in site. We're actually staying in the other side of the campground, the drive-in site. It's actually right near the walk-in, just because they have a little better shade. Probably gonna have some chocolate for dessert, and Matt's gonna play his DS, and maybe a little Gatorade tonight, and I'll get everything all packed up before it gets too dark here, and hang the food bag. Already got the rope strung up, I just haven't hung it. We're actually kind of already ready for bed, but it is only 7 o'clock. We're gonna stay up a little bit longer and then probably hit the hay soon and get up early, have some coffee and a light breakfast, and start our 10.6 miles back to the truck. We're gonna backtrack because we want to stay on the North Country Trail. You could follow the Fife Lake Trail back to the same location if you wanted to. It does form a loop, but since we're doing the North Country Trail, we're gonna stick on that and get another 10.6 or 11. All the signs here say that it's 11 miles between the campgrounds, but all the maps say 10.6 and my GPS says 10.6, so we're gonna go with that. And we should hit the 50-mile mark tomorrow, God willing. Within about 2 or 3 miles, I think, of us starting tomorrow. So that'll be a halfway point. That's pretty exciting. Our guide when we went to Europe was always giving us chocolate for snacks, and it was delicious, and it was the perfect snack. So we've been doing that ever since we got home. It was kind of cool. It kind of reminds me, every time we do it, it reminds me of sitting on like a mountainside and Vom coming up and saying, asking us if we wanted a piece of chocolate, and every day it was like a different kind. It was really cool. I missed that area. It was beautiful. But the chocolate we are eating today is actually the endangered species kind, so it's they give you kind of some fun facts about different endangered species on the inside of the packaging. And I think 10% of their net profits are donated, which is kind of cool. So this is actually dark chocolate with blackberry sage. So I've not actually tried this one yet. We've had a couple different flavors and all of them have been good so far, but haven't tried this one yet, so we'll give it a shot right now. It looks good. It's definitely dark chocolate. You can see the sage in there. You can see the green. It's good. It's an interesting flavor. It's good though. Really good. Now I'm gonna read my fun facts about the falcon. Welcome into Casa de Fleming. We are getting kind of snuggled in for the night. Got our Christmas lights going. I think they're called party lights, I forget. I might have bought them off Dutchware, I think. I meant to bring them on our Oklahoma trip and kind of surprise Laura with them because she likes Christmas lights, but it was so stormy we never even got a chance to use them, so I brought them on this trip because it might be fun. But yeah, this is our tent. Got the X-Ped mats and light and equipment quilts. This is a 3-man UL3 copper spur, so pretty comfortable for 2 people. Lots of space in here. But yeah, we're gonna have a good night and we will check back in the morning. See y'all later. Say goodbye, Matt.
Goodbye, Matt.
Well, we are all packed up and about ready to embark. So here we go. 10.6 miles back to the truck at what is it called? Spring Lake. Spring Lake. So we are on our way here in the next couple minutes. It is 9:19, so we got kind of a late start this morning, but a little bit earlier than yesterday, so we should be coming into the car maybe like 2-ish, we think, roughly.
Depends on lunch and bathroom.
Depends on how many breaks and how long our lunch is and so on. We will check back in with you when we're on the trail. It's right over there by the walk-in sites behind Matt. See ya. Well, we were hiking along and it just happened to spot a geocache. I'm not going to show you where it was because that kind of takes the fun out of it, but it's somewhere between the campground that we stayed at last night and the rest stop that we're headed to on US131. So I don't want to spoil the fun, but there it is. We didn't actually have a trinket to leave, so we're not going to take anything because we found it by accident, but I did sign into the register, so that's kind of cool, huh? We are walking along the scenic Manistee River. It is beautiful. It's probably the most scenic stretch of the trail. It is between the 131 rest stop and the 131 campground. It's actually a little bit hilly. There's some ups and downs. There's actually even 2 switchbacks. A little bit muddier through these sections too, but it's much prettier than the rest of the hike. So if you're looking for just a short, like 2.5 mile section to do that's scenic,
Still got a bug in my eye.
this is a good spot to do it. We are at Ed's Overlook. He's got a nice overlook, Ed does. It's beautiful. Well, we just crossed under the overpass for 131, and we are now walking up the pavement section of the trail to the rest stop or Roadside Park along 131. We're going to take a tiny little break. We are about 2.5 miles in, and then we're going to keep going. 8 or so miles to go yet.
Yep.
Gonna have a little snack here at the rest area since there's a nice picnic table. I'm gonna make a tortilla with some Justin's peanut butter and honey and some raspberry and red currant jelly. We used to bring the Jif peanut butter, the little self-serve cups. You had to have like a knife or something to get it out, like a plastic knife or something. These are nice because they're a little bit lighter with no plastic, and they're not as much trash. They're easier to pack out, and they're very tasty. I really like the almond butter ones, but I was all out, so have the peanut butter and honey today. It's good stuff. I have some like raisins and banana chips to put on these too, but I don't really feel like digging those out right now, so I'm just gonna do jelly and peanut butter. Ran into a couple hikers today. I know we have 2 ladies ahead of us that stayed in the same campground we did last night, and we just ran into 2 other ones that did Fife Lake yesterday, the loop, and they said this side of the trail is definitely the most scenic, so that's kind of cool. I'm glad we chose to do just the North Country Trail side and backtrack. Kind of stinks to backtrack sometimes, but since we're doing the challenge, sticking with this side of the trail has been perfect for us, and it sounds like it was more scenic anyway, so we made the right choice. We are very close to the 6-mile mark. We're just passing that upper and lower section, short little section that's right before the dispersed campsite that's on the map, and that's about 6 miles from that site to our vehicle. So we are close. Hey. Couple more miles. We're already talking about what we're gonna do for lunch. Matt was just talking about, what were you saying, sugar plums?
Sugar plums and burgers dancing in my dreams.
Dreaming of burgers. So we're not quite sure where we're going to stop yet on the way home, but probably some sort of burger involved.
And those fancy pop machines. If I can get a cherry vanilla Coke, I can add all those calories I just burned.
Cherry vanilla. And we made it to the trail log. Oh wait. There it is. There's some trail humor for you.
I already made.
Even got a groan out of Matt.
Already made a better version of that joke.
Taking a break. About 7 miles into our day, about 3.6 to go. Matt's having a little snacky snack. We made it back to the truck. We are tired. Over 20 miles in 2 days for us is a big adventure, so we are pumped.
It's been 3 years or so.
Yeah, that was a big trip for us. We're back at the trailhead, we're back at the truck, and we're gonna go find ourselves a burger and head home. Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate everybody that's watching our videos, even people that don't even know us, which is kind of cool and crazy that we're getting views for us just out having fun. So
yep, and check out the 100-mile challenge.
Check it out. Yeah, get on the North Country Trail. It's fun. It's well blazed.
This section, you're near a lot of rivers for a lot of it, a lot of nice pine groves. It's very scenic throughout.
Yep. Nice section. Big thank you to the Grand Traverse Hiking Club. They do all the trail maintenance for this section, and they've done an excellent job. It's obvious they've been in there this year, taking care of blowdowns, and their benches are awesome. They've got nice little bridges, planks in the wet spots. So big thanks to them. And we are going home. We will see you next time.
That's burger time.
Happy trails. We are blazing.
Shit, the camera's on.
It's not gonna have the volume, it's just doing a time lapse of the tent setup.
Okay.
You wanna play some music?
Good.
Shut up. And here come some four-wheelers. Not something we see every day.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know you were gonna itch.
Yeah, my knee braces itch.